And we're getting ready for the 11 o'clock game. 2019 Hoopin on the Hill, live from Warren Central High School in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I'm Leroy Watson on play-by-play, joined by Cullen Kreider on color. And Cullen, we've got what is shaping up to be a really good matchup between Potter's House out of Florida, Potter's House Christian out of Florida, and Athens Prep out of Athens, Tennessee. In our first game, Aspire Academy had to hang on for dear life, and they pulled out a 58-47 victory over George Harris Prep out of Canada. Athens Prep is another very, very scrappy basketball team that plays really, really hard, and they're coming off a couple of very big victories last week. They are missing Keyshawn Davidson, their starting point guard, who is out with a third-grade ankle sprain and a torn ligament in his foot.
Oh, wow.
He might be ready for the international championships in 2 weekends, but it's going to be really, really close. Projected starters for Athens Prep are Avishal Lowry, Tyrus Bainham, Christian Jackson, Felix Gu, and Isaac Spears. For Potter's House, Marseille Caston, Dontavius King, Tomasi Gilgis Alexander, Wiesa Panzo, and DeAndre Harvey. But we will turn you over to Public Announce, and they will give you the official starting assignments now in a moment.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dragon 10 at Tim Riley Court on the campus of Warren Central High School for today's second grind session matchup featuring Athens Prep out of Athens, Tennessee, and the Lions of Potter's House Christian from Jacksonville, Florida. First, let's meet our starting lineup for the Lions of Potter's House Christian. Starting at guard, number 2, Marseille Caston. Starting at forward, number 5, Dante King. Starting at guard, number 11, Tomasi Gilgis Alexander. Starting at guard, number 12, Milan Harrison. And starting at forward, number 23, Wiesa Panzo. And now for the starting lineup for Athens Prep. At guard, number 1, Isaac Spears. Starting at guard, number 2, Avishai Lowry. At guard, number 3, Tyrus Bainham Jr. At guard, number 11, CJ Jackson. And at center, number 23, Felix Gu.
And I believe Public Announce had a mistake there. Number 12 for Potter's House is DeAndre Harvey. So I think they had an old roster. But I know we've got to have it right here at the desk, Cullen, because head coach personally wrote it down for me. Number 12 is DeAndre Harvey, and he's a starter.
Got you.
But at any rate, besides that minor glitch, looks like we are about ready to go. And if you're a basketball fan and you're looking at number 11 and you're looking at his face trying to think, where do I know him from? Yes, that's the baby brother of Shea Alexander.
Man, that's when I saw him, and of course he had his Canada shirt on, and so that's what also caught my attention. I was like, man, he looks familiar. And sure enough, I had Shea a couple years ago at, or I did one of his games in where was that? Corinth, Mississippi.
Ah, okay. Lighthouse Classic.
Played for Hamilton Heights.
Hamilton
out of
Heights.
Tennessee.
There you go.
Ooh.
And Tyrus Bainham with offensive rebound and dunk.
Bainham, man, he has that body look of a track star. He's got the
does.
long legs.
And he has so much potential. I think he may have the highest upside on that team.
Yeah, I agree with you. I remember him.
With apologies to Darwin Stone Dubar, who has a lot of mid-major offers. I still think Bainham's upside just might be higher.
Well, Bainham just has that elite athleticism. You
Yes.
can already see it, you know, and that athleticism that can compete at any level.
Shot no good. Rebound, Christian Jackson for Athens Prep. Potter's House came into national view a few years ago. They had a player you might remember, Colin. Big guy, Udoka Azubike.
I do remember him. Went to Kansas?
Yes, and he's still at Kansas. That's right. And people are divided on how to pronounce his last name. I'm in the camp that calls him Azubike, but a lot call him Azubuike.
I just remember Kalena Azubuike at Kentucky long time ago. But
Avishal Lowry scores it for Athens Prep. They're up 4-0. But I remember watching Azubike as a freshman, and he was a man-child even then. They went down to an event in Memphis, and they won the event. And needless to say, it was not a surprise. They really pretty much crushed everybody who got in their way.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Jackson, tray ball, no good for Athens Prep. Rebound, Tomasi Gilgis-Alexander. And Colin, I'm noticing this trend. More and more young men are honoring their mothers and fathers by using a hyphenated last name.
Right. Cauley Stein, which a lot of times that can be, you take someone like Kid at Kentucky as well, Michael Kidd Gilchrist. That was his uncle, you know, that he took his name. That had passed
Christian
away
Jackson,
recently at the time. And especially with a lot of Canadian guards, you see the three names.
Yeah, you do.
You know, I don't remember. There were 3 guards on that Hamilton Heights team, and they all 3 had the hyphenated last name.
And Orangeville Prep has Matthew Alexander Moncrief right now. And so anytime I see a hyphenated name, I will religiously use both last names because I don't want to be the guy who insults you by picking the quote-unquote wrong name to use.
I might have to try that. You know, put a hyphen in my last name and get more publicity out here.
Hey, why not?
Good move.
Oh,
Good
there
move.
we go. There we go. That's the leading scorer, Dontavius King.
Very strong move. Dontavius was running over here pregame. He's very, very well built. He knows that. You know, he's very thick, thick lower body. And when you see those guys with thick lower body, you know they're going to be strong, and that's what he was there, strong to the basket. Those guys are always a load to deal with, man.
Yep, they are. I think, and I'm going way back, I know I'm aging myself here, but I remember Marvin Alexander from Whitehaven High School in Memphis, and he was one of those prototypical guys. You know, he carried his girth in his lower body, but he was so nimble. He had some of the quickest hands I've seen in my life. And you knew you were in for a long day when you had Marvin against you.
A lot of times those guys have the quickest feet as well.
Yeah.
You know, they work on that footwork, and when you perfect your footwork and you've got that strong base, you know, it makes it very hard to deal with.
Jordan Schwente checks in for Athens Prep, number 4. 12:28 to go in the first half. And right now, Athens Prep is up 6-3 on Potter's House. Dontavius King, reverse layup is blocked by Christian Jackson. There's that little shove you were talking about, doesn't get called often. And he used to get called all the time, Cullen, all the time.
As soon as they saw that arm extend at all, it would get called.
Dontavius King, no good. Isaac Spears, he gets it to Christian Jackson.
It's a good finish by Jackson because Gilgis-Alexander cut his angle off and he was still able to finish and get it up with his left hand.
Dante King.
Yeah, they're going to have a problem with King
all
on the block,
day.
I can tell you right now, because he's very skilled He's already shot. You know, they've got Athens Prep's gotten away with a couple slap fouls, I believe, down there as well that they didn't get called in the previous couple possessions. But he's got a lot of skill down there. He's very quick, again, with his footwork down there. And so they're going to have to double team him because they don't really have the size to really compete with him. They've got the height, but, you need somebody 6'10" or bigger to stop him down low with his skill set down there.
He's got 2 and 1s, 2 buckets and 2 free throws. And that tells you all you need to know about how difficult this matchup is going to be as this morning drags on for Potter's House.
You know, he probably only stands, honestly, 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
He just picks up his first foul, team first. And I thought Darlinson Dubar was going to go to the free throw line, but no. Referee says foul on the floor before the shot. Oh, and they gave that foul to Marseille Caston, number 2, not to Dontavius King. All right. So first foul on Marseille Caston. Christian Jackson, tray ball, no good. Rebound, battled for, and saved. Isaac Spears, basket good.
Spears, the right place, right time.
And
that's and that is a very difficult shot. I always point
really
shots out like that when you're at that 4 or 5 foot range and you're right in front of the rim, or right in front of the.
Darlinson Dubar to Christian Jackson. Layup is good. Christian Jackson with 6 early points. And this falls under the header of basketball as a mysterious thing, Cullen. But 3 weeks ago, Athens Prep just couldn't get over the hump. But then they've gotten a couple of really big wins over the last couple of weeks. They're a whole different team. They're playing with more confidence, and that makes a huge difference on the results.
Well, I mean, look at their lineup out here. They're all about 6'3", in that 6'3", 6'5" range. Like, that's if around my area, that's a high school coach's dream right there.
Absolutely.
To have that type of size and athleticism. Now, you get in the grind session, you need some big guys to go in there, but in this type of matchup, they're perfect. They're all long, slender athletes.
Jordan Schwente with the basket for Athens Prep. And I don't know what's going on with the scoreboard, Cullen, but by my count, it's 14-8. Athens Prep.
It's a little different than 10 up.
So this is going to bug the heck out of me until I figure out what's going on. So I'm going to let you handle it for a second. Let me go down here to the table and see what's going on.
Potter's House inbounds underneath. Set play. Back, the lob wasn't there. Gildus Alexander off on a 3, and now here comes Athens Prep into the front court. Athens Prep all the way to the rim. Athens Prep will reset, and we do have the scoreboard correct now. It is 14-8, 9:30 to go in the game.
And just a simple error, anytime you've got the same numbers on the floor for each team, that can happen, because it's definitely happened to me before. But Athens Prep on top by 6. Darlinson Dubar. And I was having a conversation with Coach Tyler Safiantino about Dubar a couple of weeks ago, and he said he had a frank conversation with Darlinson. It's like, look, Stone, which is what they call him, you want to be the man, we want you to be the man, but you've got to show up.
Right.
And so since then, he has been showing up and hitting big shots for this team.
That was a big shot there, a very difficult shot too.
Trey ball on the way, no good. Weeza Panzo. turnover. Ball will go to Athens Prep. 8 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half. Their lead is 17-8. This is their largest lead so far of the contest. And Colin, anytime the lead starts getting around 8, 9, 10, I start getting worried that the team who's behind needs to step it up. Once it's psychologically, being down double digits is tough.
Yeah, for sure. It all comes down to, can you get stops? You know, that's the only way that you can get back into games. And
strong rebound there by Wiesa Panzo.
But as we've seen, you know, now neither one of these teams is Duke University, but as we saw just the other night,
Felix Gu with the steal.
Duke and Louisville. Louisville's up 23 in the second half with 9 minutes to go. You know,
that's an eternity.
Again, you know, Duke is probably the best team in the country.
Probably,
so,
yeah.
But you know, at that level, guys, they understand, you know, that it's just like you said earlier. It's one play at a time, one stop at a time.
Mayun drives for Potter's House. Ball is blocked out of bounds by Athens. Potter's House, Christian. Oh, wow, he gets wide open. Easy basket there, Wiesa Panzo. That's probably the easiest basket he will score this morning.
Well, and credit him for going straight up with the basketball, too.
Yep.
No hesitation. Didn't waste any motion, just straight to the rim.
And you've got a foul on the play. Foul committed by Keanu Calderon. That is his first, team second. Avishal Lowry to the free throw line for Athens Prep, shooting 2. Avishal Lowry, Colin, is a great story. He ascended to the starting point guard position due to a gruesome injury suffered by Keyshawn Davidson.
Oh.
Davidson has a 3rd-degree ankle sprain and a torn ligament in his foot. I was there. I saw the play, but I still to this moment don't know what happened to him. I didn't see anyone step on his foot or didn't see him turn it or anything, but he is out for a while.
Well, a lot of times, I don't know what happened, but a lot of times the most gruesome injuries are those non-contact injuries. You know, and you can't even explain what happened. Just
exactly.
Think about Kevin Ware in the NCAA tournament.
Oh, wow.
You know, his leg just snaps and nobody even touched him.
Mayun drives baseline, blocked by Darlin Stone Dubar. Avishal Lowry layup, no good. Rebound, Tomasi Gilgeous-Alexander. But anyway, to complete the story out, Avishal Lowry has been starting since Davidson went out. And the first game, they were just totally out of sorts. And you could tell, wow, they really missed Davidson. Midway the second game, something kicked in. And ever since, this Athens Prep team has really been clicking. Darwin Stone Dubar to Christian Jackson to Felix Gu. He hands it right back to Jackson, and Gu with the offensive rebound, no good. Konstantin Dachenko with the rebound for Potter's House. In transition, he gets it into the paint. And stolen by Darlin Stone Dubar, he cannot keep it in. So Potter's House will retain possession. 6:47 left to go in the first half. These games are moving very crisply, very quickly, Colin. Not a lot of fouls.
Games are better that way.
Absolutely.
Let them play. And
Konstantin Dachenko from deep downtown. (18-13). Athens Prep on top. Tyrus Bainham to Darlin Stone Dubar. To Avishal Lowry. Bainham, dribble handoff to Darlin Stone Dubar, rather. Christian Jackson, long offensive rebound, floater in the lane, no good. Bainham with the offensive rebound. He goes up, and he's fouled.
9 times out of 10 on plays like that where it's gets congested down there, and there's going to be a foul called.
Yep.
I mean, regardless, it's just
Whether you get fouled or not,
you can
you're
just
about to
feel
get
it
a call.
coming. You know, I mean,
Yep.
when guys have been down in the lane banging for a minute, sometimes refs just have to make a call. And that's why coaches are always screaming at their guys, just go up,
Right.
just go up, because they know.
You go up, you got a really good chance of getting a call.
At least a 50-50 chance, at least. And you got 50-50 even if you don't even hardly get touched.
Yep.
So
Tyrus Bainham makes both. 20-13, Athens Prep on top of Potter's House. Dante King gets it over to Keanu Calderon, to Dachenko, to Mayum. What
nice.
a spectacular finish.
very, very nice. Great body control. And got to his left hand. A lot of explosion there, too, that I didn't mention.
Whoa, Mayum with the steal. What body control to keep the defender behind him.
Yeah, I love what he did there. He cuts the defender off with his angle.
Yep.
Timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout charge to Athens Prep.
Athens Prep takes a 30-second timeout. Coach Tyler Safiantino wants to regenerate some momentum because his guys were up by 8 just a few minutes ago, and now the lead has been cut to 3, 20-17. But a lot of credit for that has got to go to Mayum. He just came into the game about 4 minutes ago, and he scored 4 points, and he's made a huge difference on both sides of the ball.
Well, and just like on that last play, like what I was trying to explain there is that's the type of play where it doesn't matter if the defender's faster than you or stronger than you or any of that kind of stuff. What Mayum understood was if I get to this spot and cut off his angle before he can get there, he's got no choice but to either foul me or let me score. And that's just great basketball intelligence.
Because most players would have just gone straight lines to the goal.
And now you take a chance of getting blocked. Now you're running full speed. That makes it a more difficult shot. The way he did it, he cuts the angle off. It allows him to slow down and take his time and make the shot.
And then had he gone straight to the rim, he'd have been trying to finger roll over the front of the rim.
Exactly.
This way, he's coming from the side.
Right.
So very, very heady basketball play by Mayum.
Nice
Stone blocked by Dante King. Mayum. Oh, I like this kid. I like this one. Oh, Mayum.
There's some ball players that you watch that they just have they have a special talent of finishing at the rim. You know, it's hard to explain. It's one of those it factor type things.
Right.
And some guards just have that touch around the rim, and he's clearly one of those guys. I love those guys.
I do too.
But I always say that layups, and of course I don't mean an uncontested layup, but layups I feel are the toughest shots in basketball. And when you got guys that are great layup makers, like I always mention a Rajon Rondo, a Tony Parker. That's the two I always go to because they're the best. Or
Yeah,
were,
Tony.
anyway.
Yeah, Tony Parker is absolutely one of the best layup makers of all time.
Yep.
Then I go way, way, way back again, showing my age. Nate Archibald.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Little bitty guy. They listed him at
tiny,
5'10".
right?
He was not 5'10". Yeah, they called him tiny.
Tiny Archibald.
Excuse me, they listed him at 6 feet. There was no way in hell Tiny Archibald was 6 feet. But my goodness gracious, he played so big, and he just had ways of finishing at the rim.
It's another guy.
Rod Strickland, yes. Rod Strickland had incredible body control.
And most of the time you see that those guys, they struggle with their jump shot. Most of the time, you know, when they're so good like around the rim like that. And of course, Rondo being one of those guys.
And Tiny Archibald was notable exception to that rule. I mean,
he could shoot it too.
Oh yeah. Dante King reverse layup is good. Potter's House is really rolling right now, and they have taken their first lead, 21-20. This is an 11-2 run, Colin.
I love King's game on that block as well. He's very, very high skilled.
He's got 10 of their 21.
When he gets on that block, that's when he gets in his bag. You know,
Yes.
he's got a lot of tricks down there.
Tray ball on the way, no good. Keanu Calderon. And I saw that. I wondered
That's
if
how you feel about that, huh?
Yeah, I wondered if Tyrus was going to be able to make that pass.
Had a little too much air under the ball there.
Yeah. And he even thought about making the pass because I saw his eyes, and he didn't think he could make it.
Right.
But he knew he had to try, and so we see the result. And it just makes me go back to our last game, and we've got to appreciate Figgy Newton because he made 3 of those passes right on the money. Mayum.
Well, Mayum has at least gotten 2 fans today because me and you, I'm telling you right now,
Huge fan.
I really like what I've seen out of him. And now, just a second ago, I was talking about guys struggle with their shot. Well, look at what he just knocks down the mid-range jumper to shut me up. Not that I said that he didn't have the shot,
But you know, typically that is what happens. You finish around the rim, you don't shoot well. And that's why the guys who do both are special.
that's right.
Dante King,
Check the air pressure in that ball now.
Darlin Stone Dubar, they give him the basket. I thought that was clean.
I'm not sure it was goaltending either. It did look good because he just came in at the last second and pinned it on the backboard, but oh yeah, nice hesitation.
Oh, beautiful pass by Dante King. Keanu Calderon not able to finish. Fred Mwangasa, no good. Rebound, Marseille Caston. Caston into the lane. He flicks it to Mayum. He gets it over to Konstantin Dachenko. Dachenko for 3, and it's good.
Wow.
And Potter's House has exploded all of a sudden. Offensively, they were really struggling earlier. Now they've really gotten into a groove.
I mean, you talk about a tough shot.
That's as tough as they come. Falling out of bounds,
Dachenko,
making that trade.
Yeah.
Nothing but cotton. Marseille Caston, he gets into the, oh, what a Euro step, but he cannot complete. Felix Gu with the rebound. Caston really exploded into that Euro step in a way I'm not normally accustomed to seeing.
Well, you got to think he just went pretty much 1-on-4 right there.
Yes, he did.
And still got there. You know, he still got to where he wanted to go.
But he really sold the Euro to the right and exploded to the left, and there was just no way they were going to be able to catch back up.
What you see, guys, what they do so well now, and this with the Euro step, we do have a 30-second timeout here. But moves like the Euro step and like the step backs now, what you're seeing guys do and really perfect, and you see that start with James Harden. James Harden kind of started this, but on that push-off step to when the actual step-back step, they get a lot of push-off of that plant leg.
Right.
And so that creates a lot of
lot of
space.
separation.
So what they learned is, you know, I can create 3, 4, 5 foot of space here to get my shot off. And it's really impressive, you know, and that shows you how the game has kind of evolved.
Yes.
We didn't used to see that type of step backs. It was just short, choppy steps. Now they really create a lot of space with those moves, and it's very impressive.
And it's forcing us to redefine what's legal and what's not legal.
Yeah,
in the 70s,
that's a walk
60%
every
of these
time.
moves, yes,
Yeah.
would have been called violations.
In the 70s, in the 90s, when I was in high school, we
Good
got
point.
called for everything.
Like that move he just made would have been a travel a few years ago. But it's legal.
It's better this way, I'm telling you. They should be allowed to make these kind of moves. I also think that it is injury prevention when you allow them to have a couple, you know, more steps.
Mayum, air ball. Christian Jackson, no good. Tipped in, Tyrus Bainham. Although I'm not sure Mayum didn't knock that in. I thought his hand was on that. But we'll give it to Tyrus Bainham for Athens. Marseille Caston. Datsenko by himself. Tray ball is good. That's the third 3 of the first half for Konstantin Datchenko.
Athens Prep has to close out on him, but
Hard.
he's also proven that he can hit a step-back 3 as well. And so
Shot clock is off. Athens can and likely will hold for the last shot. And they are up by 1, 30-29. Christian Jackson to Felix Gu. Gu wasn't ready for the pass. He picks it back up. He gets it back to Christian Jackson. Basket is good at the buzzer. And did you see the wind go out of everyone over there for Potter's House when that bucket went in? It's tough to give up a shot like that at the buzzer.
Yeah, it is. It's just fell into his lap also. That
Right.
makes it even, more tough.
Because Potter's House had really created a steal there with Felix Gu. Somehow Gu gets it back. Don't ask me how. I have no clue. But then he finds Christian Jackson, and Jackson scores it. So our halftime tally is Athens Prep 32, Potter's House 29. Just what we thought it would be, Colin. Very entertaining contest. Anybody's basketball game heading into the second half. It's Hoopin' on the Hill, live from Warren Central High School, Bowling Green, Kentucky. The Grind Session event brought to you by Tanager Sports. I'm Leroy Watson on play-by-play, joined by Cullen Kreider on color. And we will be back in about 6.5 minutes to get you ready for the second half. LaMelo Ball with the rebound.
He wants it. Yep.
Oh! Emmanuel Shimungo.
That's a big time shot.
Oh, my goodness. Bias fire. Wizards lob back door to picked up by LaMelo. Look at that underhand. No,
I think there needs to be a different matchup there.
that is not what. Oh, Terry! Oh. Joe Jones contested. Tyrese Samuel. Here Armstrong to Jimmy Bell for the jump. Saved by Isanza to here Armstrong. Lob to Isanza. Stolen. Pierre Cockrell. He gives it to Malik Tidwell in transition. He lobs it off the glass. Armstrong into the lane. Lobs it to Ricky Sanza for another jam. Possession. Cockrell with the steal. Lob off the backboard to 2020. Jumper, no good. Coleman Hawkins with the rebound. He outlets to Pierre Cockrell off the glass to 2020 once again. And it's halftime. Our score is Athens Prep 32, Potter's House 29. Here are your first half scoring summaries for Athens Prep. They were led by Christian Jackson with 8, Tyrus Bainham with 6, Avershaw Lowry and Darlin Stone Dubar 5 apiece, and 2 each for Felix Gu, Fred Mwangasa, Isaac Spears, and Jordan Schwente. Dontavius King led Potter's House with a game-high 10. Konstantin Datchenko tossed in 9, all from three-point range. Mayum with 8 and 2 points for Wiza Panzo. So very balanced scoring from a variety of players for Athens Prep, whereas Potter's House only had 4 players score in the first half. King, Datchenko, Mayum, and Panzo. So if you are Athens Prep, you've got to figure out a way to slow down Dontavius King on the post. His 10 first half points included 2 and 1s. And if you are Potter's House, I would think they would want to create a little more pressure on the Athens Prep ball handlers. Without Keyshawn Davidson, I don't think Athens handles the ball as well as they did when they had Keyshawn Davidson. So be interesting to see if they can handle some pressure, some full court pressure. This is day 1 of the 2019 Hoopin' on the Hill, live from Warren Central High School in Bowling Green, Kentucky. A grind session event brought to you by Tanager Sports. On the microphone, I'm Leroy Watson on play-by-play. Being joined again now by my broadcast partner, Colin Kreider, on color. And Cullen, I was just musing out loud a few seconds ago. We got about 15 seconds before the second half. It would be interesting to see if Potter's House is able to put some pressure on the Athens Prep ball handlers, because without Keyshawn Davidson, Athens Prep is a little more suspect to some ball pressure. So we'll see if the Lions attempt that, and if they do, what Athens Prep will do to counter.
Well, and to echo what I was saying in the first half, is both teams have the personnel to put pressure on. You can tell they're all quick. They've all got the length, so each team could put on pressure. But I'll tell you what, if I'm Potter's House, I honestly try to get back into setting up the offense and getting the ball down low to King and running the offense through him, because he creates double teams, and so that obviously opens up the offense.
Potter's House with the basketball to start the second half. And Dante King, tray ball right out the gate.
Well, not on the block, but he can do it from up top as well. And so from the top of the key, nice stroke from King. I didn't know he had that in his game.
I did not either. Now we do. 32-32. We are tied up. Athens Prep.
Bless you.
Tray ball on the way. Tyrus Bainham, no good. Both number 11s battled for the ball. It was last touch by Tomasi Gilgeous-Alexander. New shot clock for Athens Prep. Avershaw Lowry over to Isaac Spears. Tray ball, Christian Jackson, no good. Ontavious King with the rebound. Tomasi Gilgeous-Alexander over the timeline, almost stolen there by Christian Jackson. Marseille Caston with his first basket of the morning.
Very strong move there by Caston, and he gets away with the push off there as well. But again, as we explained earlier, the game is just, I feel like it's more physical now. And, it always bothers me whenever, especially you hear it in the NBA talk, is, well, the guys can't touch each other anymore. Well, I don't agree with that at all, and I think that's a myth. It really is. And, yes, it was different back, in the Jordan days.
Bainham with the floater in the lane.
Jordan and the bad boys, everybody always goes to that. But the difference in between now and then is that guys tried to kill you and take your head off back then. There's a little more respect now, and guys understand that they're all their own walking business, So I think that's the main difference, is they don't try to take heads off as much anymore.
Well, and I'll go a step further than that, Cullen. I just think you have more times when you have 23, the foul is committed by, that is Wiza Panzo, his team first. But when you've got 10 guys on the floor and everybody is ultra athletic and ultra talented, then, you don't have anyone on the floor who feels like, well, all I can contribute is being a goon.
Right.
Some of those guys were the equivalent of hockey goons, and they knew what they were on the floor for. Exactly. Coach put me in to hurt somebody.
Right.
Whereas now you've got 10 skilled athletic guys. Who's the goon? Nobody.
And
Bainham with the tray.
And again, they all know they've got too much to lose at that level, at the NBA. They don't want to hurt anybody in careers, things like that. Back in the day, like you said, they had guys out there specifically for that, to strike fear in other players.
Felix Gu called for his second foul, team first.
His second team first, second half.
And to the free throw line will be Marseille Caston for Potter's House. Got an equipment malfunction. He's trying to make sure his shoe won't come off. And Marseille is really working with that, with that shoestring. Okay, he's got it now. And Caston misses the first. He was fading off the free throw line as he was shooting that one. And that is not a recipe for a make. There we go. He stays firm on that one, and he makes it. Caston cuts it to 2, 37-35. Athens Prep with 13 minutes and 14 seconds left in the game. Shaw Lowry blocked by Marseille Caston. Darlinstone Dubar into the lane. Shot is good.
Dubar has the ability to get that shot and get to his spot
anytime he wants. But again, that's the mental game,
right?
That the mental part of the game that Coach Safiantino is trying to get Stone to understand.
Well, he's got great size. I mean, he's 6'5", 6'6".
He's a prototypical guard wing at the next level. And anybody who wears the Steph Currys, you know he's got to be able to shoot. Because I have seen him put on shooting displays. When he puts it all together, because I figure the day will come when he puts it all together, he's going to be a load. Dante King spins one up, no good. Felix Gu skies for the rebound. Christian Jackson into the front court. Almost stolen there by Wiesa Panzo.
Nice shot. Bainham.
Tyrus Bainham for 3. Bainham with 8 second-half points, 14 for the contest. He is the only member of Athens Prep in double figures. Calling it simple, you got to know where you are. That's the second out of bounds on a drive that we've seen today.
You see that a lot. I mean, it's one of those things that always kind of messes with my mind because I don't understand it. But you see that a lot. You see it at the college level. You see it at every level. I mean, guys still sometimes lose where they're at.
And it's one thing if there's a scrum for a loose ball, or maybe you're trying to get a rebound and your back is to the baseline so you can't see the baseline. But when you're driving in a straight line or you coming at an angle, why don't you know where you are?
When you're putting yourself in that position. You know what I'm saying? You're putting yourself in the position to be stepping on the line, then that's when it doesn't make a lot of sense.
So 30-second timeout. Well, is it a 30 or is it a full? Looks like they're calling a full timeout. So we'll take a break here in the action with 11:37 left to go in the contest. And Athens Prep has pulled out to a 9-point lead, 44-35 over Potter's House Christian. This is the Grind Session event brought to you by Tanager Sports. It's called Hoopin' on the Hill, live from Warren Central High School in Bowling Green, Kentucky. We will be back in just a moment. Potter's House Christian with the basketball right in front of the broadcast table. Marseille Caston into the lane. Layup, no good. Rebound, Avashaw Lowry. To Tyrus Bainham. Tray ball on the way, no good. Air ball. Lowry with the rebound and then loses it. Now that's a moment when you step on the line. That's understandable.
Right.
He's in the air. They're battling for a rebound. He comes down out of bounds. That I can get. Mayum back into the contest. Scored 8 first-half points. And my, is he a heady basketball player. Wow, Dante King sealed off Felix Gu in the lane. And from there, it was academic.
Well, once he gets his spot, if you allow him to get that spot, especially that deep, it's over.
It's over. Floater.
It's going to be an illegal screen.
Illegal screen on Felix Gu. That is his third, team second. The basketball will go back to Potter's House. Potter's House trails by 7, 44-37. Long pass ahead. And Marseille Caston tried to act like he never touched that ball, but he clearly touched that basketball. They should have known he wasn't going to get away with that one. It will go back to Athens Prep.
If I'm Potter's House, again, I run my offense through King. I mean,
Yes.
you know, a couple times down the floor now, not the last time or the possession before, but they have going to have a foul there.
And I think that's going to be on Keanu.
King.
No, it's on King. Okay.
But
His first, team second.
a couple times down the floor now, Potter's House has come down, no passes, and just one man taking the ball on his own. You know, that's not going to work. And
First free throw rattles in for Christian Jackson.
when you've got a mismatch like they do with King down low, there's not anybody strong enough on the floor to stop him right now.
You've got to exploit
I go
that.
to him, again, like I said, because he's going to create double teams and open shots for his teammates.
Second free throw, no good by Jackson. And here comes Potter's House on the attack. That's DeAndre Harvey turnover. Christian Jackson tried to go coast to coast, loses the ball out of bounds.
Good Firehouse Christian. Checking back into the game for Firehouse Christian, number 23, Weeza
Panzo comes into the contest for Potter's House. And he is replacing DeAndre Harvey. Harvey very slow to get off the court, probably because he just got in the game, and he's been pulled right back out. Mayum, cross court to Keanu Calderon. They work it down to King. King, baseline, reverse layup, no good. Tip up and in. Weeza Panzo.
And again, even though he doesn't convert on the shot, it does break down the defense, and it allows his teammate to be on the backside there for a nice tip.
So Potter's House has gotten within 6, 45-39, 9:36 to go in the contest. Christian Jackson, no good. Rebound, Dante King. Marseille Caston goes coast to coast. Finger roll, no good. Avishal Lowry had it. It was stolen by Weeza Panzo, and he is fouled. A foul committed by Jordan Schwente, his second, team third of the second half. And so Panzo will go to the line and try to complete the three-point play. Konstantin Dachenko replacing Dante King for Potter's House. Potter's House within 4 now, 45-41. 9:20 left in the contest. Got it to 3, 45-42. So Panzo has scored 5 points in the last minute or so. And so Athens Prep
Good pass.
trying to get their lead going back the other direction. Dubar to Jordan Schwente, and Schwente is fouled. He's fouled by Konstantin Dachenko. Dachenko's first foul of the contest. Team's third of the second half.
And Coach Harris wanted Mayum to drop there. He felt like that was a missed assignment from Mayum.
Coach Steve McLaughlin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right, so to the free throw line, Jordan Schwente. He'll be shooting a pair. First free throw is good. And lead is back to 4, 46-42, Athens Prep. And misses the second. Mayum controls the rebound for Potter's House. Panzo finds Keanu Calderon, no good. Darwin's own Dubar with the rebound. And Dubar falls out of bounds with the basketball.
Yeah, he just had nowhere to go.
And that was heads up trap there
Yeah.
by Potter's House. That ball was touched by Dubar, and the ref saw that
Never
it was
possessed, though.
Yeah, well, yeah. Dachenko, no good. Rebound by Keanu Calderon and stolen by Athens Prep. Tyrus Bainham into the front court. He gets it to Darwinstone Dubar. Cross court. Isaac Spears, tray ball is good. And we could hear Coach McLaughlin say, we can live with that. He doesn't mind giving up the three. He just doesn't want some of his inside, those baskets in the paint, the easy baskets in the paint that they had been giving up.
And Lowry answers right back. Or excuse me, not Lowry. Caston answers right back to Potter's House.
49-45. The lead remains at 4. Christian Jackson, that's what he doesn't want to give up.
Exactly. That's the ones you can't live with as a coach, is allowing a drive to the basket and nobody stopping the ball.
No one stopped him.
It's a great block by Bainham there.
Wonderful block.
At the rim.
Christian Jackson in transition. Darlinstone Dubar short. Ball out of bounds and will belong to Potter's House Christian. .703 left in the contest, and the lead is 6, 51-45. Marseille Caston to Mayum. Panzo back out. And Caston drives the lane, can't get it to go. Bainham to Darwinstone Dubar. Dubar is blocked by Wiesa Panzo and Marseille Caston. It's a 1-on-2. He gets it in nevertheless. Marseille Caston cuts it to 4 again, 51-47. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. And Coach Tyler Safiantino calls a full timeout. With 6 minutes and 19 seconds left to go and leading by 4, 51-47. We hope you are enjoying day 1 of Hoopin' on the Hill, live from Warren Central High School in Bowling Green, Kentucky. This is a grind session event brought to you by Tanager Sports. We will be back after this commercial break. Athens Prep basketball. Athens Prep, your visitor on the scoreboard in red, trimmed in white. Home team is Potter's House in white, trimmed in, we'll call that sky blue and aqua blue. Wiesa Panzo, I've got him down for 3 fouls here. And I have them down for 4, so I must have missed one of his.
Yep. It's a great job by Dachenko there to just step up in the lane, cut off the driving lane, hold his spot. credit Potter's House here for getting back in this game without their leading scorer on the floor. King has been on the bench for a few minutes here. Caston has really stepped it up and really taken over the scoring role for the offense. And they've cut this to a 4-point deficit.
Caston right on cue. Layup just fell out. Jordan Schwinte called for the foul. That is his third, team fifth.
Caston does a great job of finding that body contact in the air. He's got good hang time, finds the body contact, draws the foul. He's been really good around the rim as well.
He can cut it to 2. And no. Rattles out. Avershaw Lowry and Tyrus Bainham return to the contest for Athens, replacing Fred Mungasa and Christian Jackson. Caston makes the second. So the lead is 3, 51-48. Athens Prep on top. 5 minutes and 34 seconds left.
And if you hear the defensive chant over here, it's from the leading scorer on the team, King. Rooting his teammates on.
Avershaw Lowry, reverse layup along the lane. And the lead is once again 5, 53-48.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Beautiful penetration by Marseille Caston.
He's very shifty. He's got good lateral movement there to get around defenders.
So the lead is 3 again, 53-50.
I mean, you got to think there. He's just dicing through a zone with ball penetration.
Zone at that, you know?
Yeah.
6 seconds on the shot clock.
Don't want to get a foul here.
Isaac Spears throws up a short floater. It's no good. They can tie it up or cut it to 1 right here. And they did neither. Rebound, Avershaw Lowry to Isaac Spears, and he's fouled. A foul committed by Keanu Calderon. That is his second, team sixth. And to the free throw line, shooting a pair is Isaac Spears for Athens Prep. He makes the first. And Isaac Spears makes both. It's a 5-point lead, 55-50. Athens Prep on top of Potter's House Christian. 4:14 left in the contest. Almost stolen there by Avershaw Lowry. Potter's House retains possession. Konstantin Datchenko drives baseline. No good. Offensive rebound. Shot is blocked. And that foul is committed by Jordan Schwinte. That is his fourth, team sixth.
Number 33, Konstantin Datchenko to the line, shooting 2.
Konstantin Datchenko with 2 free throws coming. And he misses the first. And he makes the second. The lead is 4, 55-51, 3:58 left in the contest. Athens Prep trying to close out Potter's House Christian. Darlin Stone Dubar. Dubar with 9. And the lead is 6, 57-51. Datchenko, no good. Avershaw Lowry in transition. Reverse layup, no good. by Tyrus Bainham. Way to get back by Athens Prep. Marseille Caston having an incredible second half. And we've got timeout on the play. Full timeout called by Potter's House. 3:09 left in this contest. And it's anybody's ball game. Athens Prep 57, Potter's House 54. It's day one of Hoopin' on the Hill, live from Warren Central High School, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Our next game at 1 p.m., Tennessee Prep versus West Oaks. But we will take a break. We will be back to this grind session event brought to you by Tanager Sports in just a moment. Athens Prep with the basketball up by 3, 57-54. Just under 3 minutes left to go in the game. Avershaw Lowry, no good. Rebound, Weeza Panzo.
Something I noticed there on that last possession, we talked about Mayum's offense early in the game. What about his defense right there? Ball denial, didn't allow the offensive player to catch. Showing a lot of potential there.
Yes, he does. He looks young. I would have guessed he's either a sophomore or a junior at the most. Two minutes, 22 seconds left in the contest.
And that's the second time I've heard Coach McLaughlin asking for a carry. And you talk about something that is not called anymore at all. The carry is not called anymore at all. I mean, you rarely ever see that. And that's another one of those that used to be called all the time.
Right. And you could call it just about any play now.
Oh, of course, yeah.
1:56 left in the contest. The lead is 5, 59-54. Athens Prep on top of Potter's House. Stolen away. Keanu Calderon.
Two-point basket, number 23, Weeza Panzo.
Weeza Panzo. Cuts it back to 3, 59-56.
The foul is on number 0, Calderon. His third.
Keanu Calderon called for his third foul. The second foul against Potter's House this half.
Tyrus Bainham Jr. going to the line for Athens Prep, shooting 1.
Tyrus Bainham.
It's really important free throw here.
Oh, and he makes it, nothing but cotton.
And if you're Potter's House here, very important box out in case of a miss.
Rebound, Marseille Caston and Felix Gu. Marseille Caston, no. Dontavius King with a man-sized rebound there. That foul on Jordan Schwente, his 5th, team 7th.
Yeah, King was determined to get that rebound there. It was a good box out, except King was able to go. It's hard to say. He was over his back, but the box out was so low as far as you know. He was in a defensive stance pretty much, and so he was able to reach above him without really having to be on his back.
Second free throw is good by King. 60-57. 56 seconds left in the contest.
Oh.
Two tray balls missed there by Athens Prep. 33 seconds left in the contest. Driving layup, Mayum. He's now got 10.
It's a good timeout as well by Coach McLaughlin. But what about the explosion there from Mayum all the way to the rim? That was very nice. He kind of got in the area of what are you going to do here? Are you going to pass or are you going to go up? And instead, he just explodes.
Yep.
If I could do that, that's what I would do too.
Absolutely. All right, so we will take likely our last break. 29.7 seconds left, and our score, Athens Prep 60, Potter's House Christian 59. Come on back to Hoopin' on the Hill, day 1, in just a moment.
I think what you'll see here is they'll put this pressure on. They're going to have to call a timeout. And wow, they didn't get the timeout. Now here's something interesting there. They didn't have the shot clocks on because obviously it was under 30 seconds.
Right.
But at the same time, that 30-second shot clock can give you the 10-second violation is what I'm saying. Is
right.
You look, obviously, if it's at 20 seconds.
And it took them.
Where at 14 seconds, there was 29, you know. So I'm not sure. Oh, wow.
And
there's
Jackson
the
missed the front end of that 1-and-1. Marseille Caston called for his 3rd. I thought they called that one on 2. Caston. But at any rate, Christian Jackson will have another front end of a 1-and-1. 11.3 seconds now, and the lead is still just 1 point. Now the lead is 2. However, and this is key with Kachinko coming in, a 3-pointer could still win this game for Potter's House. And that's the danger if you're Athens Prep. He really needs to make this second one, and he did not. A 3-pointer will win it. A 2-pointer will send us to OT. 6 seconds left for Potter's House. Mayum. He kicks it out. They got a good look at it. Not a good shot. Dante King, and no good. So Keanu Calderon had the shot they wanted all alone, airballs it, and Dante King cannot finish. So Potter's House makes it a close one, but Athens Prep hangs on. And the final score is Athens Prep 61, Potter's House 59. So They're about to bring you the player game. I don't know who they're going to pick, Cullen, but I'll let you handle this one. I'll get out your way here, and Jesse will bring the player of the game from Potter's House. My guess might be Marseille Caston. I'm not sure. Excuse me, from Athens Prep, rather. Maybe Christian. Oh, okay, Tyrus Bainham. So that's who you'll get.
All right, I'm joined by player of the game, Tyrus Bainham. Tyrus, tough game out here. You're breathing a little hard right now. You probably took a little bit of your breath away with that last 3-point with the three in the corner there.
Yes,
but explain the effort it took today. 15 points for you this afternoon in a tough matchup there with Potter's House.
Yes, sir. It took a lot of effort. We lost to them in Florida by, I think, either 1 or 2. It was a close game, but we blew a 17-point lead, and I'm saying we had to come back and get that revenge and make sure we came out and played hard because, you know, our season's on the line with this game. You know what I'm saying? So we can advance, so we're trying to get to the World Championship.
Right. And explain what it is. We had about a 12 o'clock tip-off or so. Explain that type of preparation that it takes to get your mind right, to get your body right, for early games like that to get up and, you know, get loose.
We go to sleep on time. You know what I'm saying? We're very disciplined. We gotta be more disciplined though. But you know what I'm saying? We wake up, we eat.
Get you some
eat
breakfast
together.
at the hotel this morning,
sir.
all that good stuff. Good. All right, man. Well, hey, another good performance from you. Congratulations, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right.
Thank you.
All right, man. All right, that's player of the game, Tyrus Bainham. We've got another matchup coming up in about 15 minutes here. It's the Grind Session on YouTube.